G'day everybody, welcome back to Starfield. Hope you guys are doing well. We're hanging out in our ship here in the Murfid system. We have landed on, I think this is Murfid 4B or something? No, sorry, Murfid 5B. And we are here because, well, at the end of the previous episode, we went back to Mars and the TMD, and we eventually had a chat with Percival again, and he's got some tasks for us to essentially collect samples from, you know, I guess tougher beasts that they're trying to collect samples from. They're really trying to do some research to maybe get ahead of the curve to make sure that, you know, they don't get caught by surprise again with something similar that happened to the Terramorphs. So here we are. We're looking for these samples. We have also convinced Hadrian to essentially join the crew, though I don't actually have her with me at the moment. I don't think that really matters. But she is essentially out in the field now, you know, assisting us with our adventures and you know, doing a whole bunch of research. But yes, so the first thing that we're going to do is really try to find some of these beasts and collect samples from them. Apparently we can try to collect those samples without, I guess, killing the animals if we really wanted to. I don't know how well that will go for us if we tried that, but I'm willing to give it a go. And again, I am making the assumption here that this is a task that we can do over and over again to our heart's content. That seems to be the end game reward for most of the you know, quest lines that we have had to deal with in this game so far. So I'll at least give this one a go initially and see, you know, if it doesn't lead anywhere, you know, super important, then obviously we'll only do this the one time and then we'll probably quickly move on to doing other stuff. One thing that I would like to do in this episode, and perhaps maybe after what we're doing here, is we might actually spend some time rebuilding one of our ships. It's been a while, and as you know, I've been trying to work my way up in terms of the tier, or the skill tiers, to be able to utilize better parts. And we're almost there, so I think by reconstructing the ship one more time, or one of our ships one more time, we should hopefully be able to get to a point where we can use higher tier items. Alright, so the creature is right here. It is a level 30. I'm not too concerned about this creature attacking us, because I think we can probably take it down. This chameleon thing is a godsend. Try and get very close. Yeah, this is the problem with trying to collect. It's going to be very, very difficult to get, like, really close to these beasts. And I'm not entirely sure if the exercise is worthwhile. We have to, maybe we have to have the pickpocket skill unlocked. In which case... Ow. In which case, I'm probably going to have to just kill these guys. It has to be done. Approach targets to harvest non-lethally. Yeah, I did try to do that, but I think, yeah, I probably can't do that because I'm not really versed in pickpocketing. Again, I could be doing it wrong. Now, with the rebuilding of a ship, I think we're going to use one of the ships that we have stolen or commandeered, and we'll just sort of revamp it. I think we've got a few sitting in there that I haven't exactly done anything with, so yeah, we can definitely reconstruct it. Hopefully end up with a decent ship. What I would like to do, though, is to perhaps maybe do the ship construction from a different location than what we have previously done before. And the reason for that is because, well, we've been using similar parts all the time, and I think it's probably a good idea for us to start using other parts that we're not entirely familiar with or have used before. And I think that's what counts when, you know, when trying to level up. So we got the 3 samples. We could collect one more, but I don't think that's required. And now that we do have these samples, I think we just need to return them to the TMD headquarters. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll see what kind of rewards we get, or whether or not the quest updates and perhaps gives us a little bit more to work with, or is this simply it, you know? Xenobiologist? Sure.
Ah, you must be the one with the samples then. I'll get these logged ASAP. If you're interested in collecting more, you can speak to Dr. Walker. Oh, and your pay? Here you are. Thank you, Captain.
3,000 a pop. There we go. Does it tell us where to go if we wanted to do more? Dr. Walker. Is that Percival? Is his name Percival Walker? Possibly. Anyway, I think with that done, we should actually head on over to... I would say maybe Aquila City. We'll probably do our reconstruction of the ship there. Let's head straight for the cockpit here. Actually, we don't need to do a takeoff. We can just simply go to our destination. So, Cheyenne and Aquila City. One thing that might be also kind of interesting to try and do, guys, is to maybe make ourselves one of those better landing pads out where we've set up our base. And that might actually allow us to reconstruct ships there with all of the parts available from every manufacturer. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, potentially, because I've always been reconstructing all of our ships from, I guess, from these outposts, which have a limited number of manufacturing components. So having all of the pieces in the one spot would definitely help. Anyway, let's have a chat with the technician, and we'll get to it.
Need some work done? Sure, have at it.
Okay, and so we're going to keep Azure 3 as is. The Frontier I'll leave as is as well. And I think what I want to do is we could either work on Azure 1, or we could maybe do the Outlaw ship. But I'm thinking of just going with maybe this one here, the first Zumwalt. So what I'm going to do, guys, is we'll fast forward, and obviously you'll see the entire build in that process. So I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm hoping that we've designed the ship well enough. It does seem like we have unlocked the final level for ship designs here that we could rank up to. In fact, we do have a skill point already, so we may as well rank this up. Now we should be able to install experimental modules, so why not? And then that way, the next time we get into starship designing, we should be able to install maybe even more interesting things. So yeah, I was trying to use quite a few of the Taio parts as well, because that's essentially a manufacturer that I haven't exactly been using much, if at all, throughout the playthrough. So we'll check out what that looks like, and hopefully it's actually kind of nice, and perhaps maybe it goes well with the rest of the parts that we've selected. Just looking at the space here, this takes us up once. Oh, actually, it takes us up like 3 times, and I guess the docker is also up here, because I don't think there's anything else up on the top deck aside from the docker. So
what did you need?
And cockpit should be in the middle deck, along with a whole bunch of other things such as living quarters and things like that. Yeah, looks like we've got sort of an interesting layout here, because we've got the living quarters, and we've also got, yeah, more living quarters here, and then it sort of connects to the main area of work. Just open that. I'm not entirely sure why this doesn't just connect with the other room that way. Seems like a weird way that the game has decided on the layout for us. And I think I've mentioned this before, but I feel like it's a missed opportunity that we don't get further control over, you know, the actual layout of the ship. Anyway, just having a look at the captain's locker, and maybe also just our stuff here. Looks like all of the stuff from the other ship has been transferred over, which is nice. And yeah, let's actually give this ship a spin.
Might just be the best days of your life.
Pressure holding. Takeoff looks good.
We do have some really heavy-hitting weapons here, so I'm sort of hoping that we can take down ships pretty quickly. It took me a while to actually finish up the design this time around. I had been playing around with the design before, and for some reason I just couldn't get to the design that I previously envisaged. But I suppose it's not bad. It's not too far off. I'm just trying to see if there is anything that we could try to do here. This is going to take us to the spot that we needed to go. No, actually, this is going to take us to Sidonia, but we don't actually have the goods. So I'm just trying to think about where we could go to hopefully find some enemies or something like that, you know? Enemies in space, that is. That's gonna take us to land immediately, possibly.
Landing struts primed.
Yeah, okay, my bad. let's actually go to perhaps maybe another star system somewhere. And perhaps maybe we can have a bit of a fight. Wonder if we can actually go pretty far with our drives now. Yeah, it does actually take us very, very far away. In fact, we could use this as an opportunity to start looking around new systems. And we'll kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. Let's look around and see if we can find any interesting systems. Doesn't look like it, does it? Ah, here we go. Ooh, wow. Our lasers are pretty chunky. It feels like we are running out of power pretty quickly, though.
Ready to tackle whatever the Starfield throws at us.
One sec. Who's hailing us? Freestar. Okay. Won't worry about the Freestar. So, anything interesting here? Industrial outpost. And another one. Why don't we travel there? It does look like a almost habitable type planet. One thing that I'm not entirely sure of is whether or not we would have, I guess, places of interest that would only appear once we arrive at the planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be the case. Very nice. Okay, we've got UC out here as well as Freestar. I wonder if this is sort of unclaimed territory. Anyway, let's move on. I did put some EM weapons. I was considering not doing that because we haven't really boarded ships that often. But I suppose maybe there is a bit of a risk if I don't put any EM weapons, that if there was a need, then we couldn't really do it, you know? So...
You know my great-grandpappy made that drive, right? We're here.
Alright, doesn't look like there's anything here. The big question, though, is whether or not I have visited every single system. Possibly not. There's this, Eridani, although it does sound familiar, as if we have been there before. Why not? And now that we've got like some of the level C parts, including the reactor and grav drive, we can pretty much jump around to all star systems without having to, you know, make like stepping stone jumps, if you will. Civilian outpost there. What is this? Eridani. Oh, I actually, it's a sensor contact. Well, why don't we go there and find out what's going on? Shipping crates here and another shipping crate there. I'm not sure if that's all there is to this spot. Possibly. Would there be anything interesting in these crates though? Helium. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if our ship is faster than what we had before. Possibly it's a little bit slower. Another little bit of helium. Okay. Well, I think that was hardly worth it. Eridani 5? The science outpost. Okay. Cool. Well, I think we're done with exploring for this episode, but we might also be done with exploring for the entire playthrough, really. We've been to every single system there is to explore. So, there's only a few or a handful of worthwhile places to visit. I guess humanity hasn't really, you know, spread out too far. But I think I'm going to continue by looking at additional activities, and in the next one I would say that we would be focusing on final glimpses and seeing where that takes us. But there is this Juliana. I'm just trying to remember where she's located. Okay, yep. She's that doctor. So no, not interested. And I suppose the only other thing is this one, to look for the Opportunity rover on Mars. I wonder if there's the ability to find the Curiosity on Mars. But anyway, let's see if we can find the Opportunity first. Ah, here it is. Oh, that was easy. I thought we would have to sort of like explore around to see if we can find it. Opportunity snow globe. There we go. Alright. Poor little fella. Long forgotten. Oh, that was very easy, wasn't it? Like, we didn't really have to traverse ourselves to try and get there. The game simply took us there. Let's see, is there any other new interesting location that we could visit? Like a point of interest? It doesn't look like it. And I still haven't been able to find the ECS constants after all this time. I had thought that perhaps maybe we would run into the ECS constants again after they had sort of left to, you know, explore the galaxy a little bit more. But yeah, it's not here. The game keeps taking us to, I guess, the orbit of Parma 2, where Paradiso is. This is where we found them last time. So yeah, not entirely sure what's going on there, but anyway. I think the best thing for us to do is to go back and check out what's going on in Ptolemy 2. There's, I think, another power that we're supposed to be able to pick up.
Cords are right up the way.
The hillside cave. Actually, my bad. There's another artifact that we need to gather from this location, not a power.
Landing commencing.
Captain, hello.
Alright, let's get to it.
it.
So, it seems like there's some kind of mining area there. But I guess we're not really interested in that at all, are we? Just want to get to these caves. So let's get to it. Might switch out to our stealth weapon here. Love these places where the gravity is so light that we can just simply hover continuously almost. I mean, I could probably like get really, really high simply by just using my skip boost pack. I don't even need to be out of breath at all. Okay. Caverns. I don't really know what to expect here. I'm thinking we're probably just on our own down here. But you never know, I guess the Starborn might show up and we might have a fight on our hands. Nope. Probably want personal atmosphere. We'll check the area to see if there's any actual humans. More stuff over here. Plutonium deposit. Contraband. Sneaky cred stick there. Yeah, I might as well use up a lot of the stuff that we've been, you know, brewing in terms of like medication and food and stuff, because I just feel like we might actually be getting very close to the end of the main storyline. Okay, apparently we need to go that way, but there is a pathway down here as well, with a lot of bones of dead people? Animals? Animals, I think. So I'm not entirely sure if there's something down here that might be dangerous, aside from the turrets. Can't actually get an angle on that turret, I don't think. Alright. I guess they're just keeping some loot here for us if we do decide to explore a little bit. Time to actually head to the objective location. There it is. Another artifact. Oh. Okay, that was way too easy. Now this could potentially be the last artifact that we need to get. Use a weapon to break up the deposit. Yeah, I'll use this maybe. Alright, there we go. Another 8,000 creds. Some more experience. And we've completed that quest line. And we need to go to Masada 3. So there's a buried temple there. And we'll be confronting the hunter and the emissary. And their allies. For the final artifact. Okay, cool. Now, I was thinking perhaps maybe I would want to go to our ship and to actually get ourselves to our base before going there, because aren't I supposed to chuck all of the artifacts together in the armillary? So yeah, I might try to visit our base before we go and confront the other Starborn. think I came that way, did I? Right. Very good. So, off to our ship. And from here, we should be able to just fast travel to Porima. And get ourselves to Porima 2. Oh, hang on. Sorry. My bad. That's not where our base is. Yes, it's Narian, sorry. Keep forgetting. We haven't been to our base in a while. Andraphon, that's it. Brilliant. Okay, cool. And of course our ship is parked way over there because the game likes to do that sometimes. But yeah, let's actually check in on our armillary and see if we can actually drop these artifacts in. Yep, so we've got another 3 artifacts there, I think. There we go. So there's one more artifact to go, and I think the main storyline will be done after that. Yeah, I'm still quite disappointed that we haven't seen a single attack from the Starborn trying to obtain all of these artifacts. And yeah, the Starborn don't seem to be too much of a challenge so far. For whatever reason. Anyway, I think this is where we're going to be calling it an episode, guys. Probably a little bit earlier than I would normally do, just because we did spend quite a bit of time there with the construction of the ship. And yeah, when we come back, we'll see what we can do to progress the main storyline a little bit more and see where that takes us. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave that like or a dislike or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.